Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning. This is Ansari Yasmin and today I have come up with a new topic of maths, actually of geometry, that is altitude and median. So today we will learn how to construct. First we will start with median. So today we are going to learn how to construct median. So before starting the construction, we will first understand the meaning of median. So first I'll start with segment. Suppose if I draw a segment, the name of the segment is AB. Okay, let's measure the length of AB. So the measurement of AB is 13.4 centimeter. Okay, now if I draw a midpoint of this segment, if I draw midpoint of segment AB, if I draw a midpoint of segment AB, here I have drawn a midpoint of segment AB. But how will you come to know that C is the midpoint of AB? If C is the midpoint, if this is the midpoint, then the distance of A and C and distance of B and C, that should be same. Okay, so let's measure the distance, whether it is same or not. So we will start measuring the distance. Here first I'll measure the distance from A and C. What is the distance of A and C? Here you can see AC is 6.7 centimeter. Okay, let's measure the distance of B and C now. So I'll measure the distance of B and C. It is again 6.7 centimeter. So if the distance of A and C and distance of B and C is same, then we can say C is the midpoint of AB. Okay, so it means C is exactly in the middle of segment AB, or we can say C is in the center of AB. This was about the segment. But when we are talking about triangle, suppose if I draw a triangle ABC, I have drawn triangle ABC. Now you can see here there are three sides. Let's see which are those three sides. The first side is side AB. Okay, next side is side BC, and next side is side CA. Okay, so if we find the midpoint of these three sides and if we join the midpoint from the opposite vertex, then that segment would be called as median. Let's see how. Suppose first I'll start with side BC, this side. I'll start with this side first. Okay, here I will first find the midpoint of BC. So midpoint of BC is D. Midpoint of BC is D. Is it really a midpoint? Let's check it out first whether it is a midpoint or not. So I will first measure the distance of B and D. It is showing the distance of BD is 6.5 centimeter. And now I will measure the distance of D and C. So distance of C and D is again showing 6.5 centimeter. It means yes, D is the midpoint of BC. Okay, so if D is the midpoint of BC, if I join this midpoint with the opposite vertex, who is the opposite vertex of BC? A is the opposite vertex of BC. So if I join a segment using the midpoint and the opposite vertex, if I join this midpoint and the opposite vertex, then it would be a median. Let's see how we will draw it. Point D and point A. So here I am joining point D and opposite vertex A. So I have got segment AD. So I can say AD is the median of BC. Okay. Now let's take the second side. Now here I am going to take the second side of the segment. This is my triangle. We have drawn a median of BC. Okay. Now I am going to draw a median of side AC. This side. I am going to draw median of AC. So how will I draw a median? First I have to find its midpoint. So let's find the midpoint of AC. Okay, it's E, point E. And how will you come to know that E is the midpoint of AC? Let's measure the distance of AE and CE. First let me measure the distance of AE. It is 6.2 centimeter. And distance of CE, it is again 6.2 centimeter. So we can say E is the midpoint of AC. So here we have got midpoint of AC. If this midpoint is joined with the opposite vertex, who is the opposite vertex of AC? If this is the side we are taking, the opposite vertex would be B. Okay, so if we join this this midpoint with the opposite vertex B, so we have got the segment BE. So we can say BE is the median of AC. Okay, now I will take the third side. Now you can see the third side is AB. Okay, so to draw the median of AB, first I need to find out its midpoint. So let's see where is the midpoint of AB. AB. So F is the midpoint of AB. And how will you come to know that it's a midpoint? Let's measure the distance A and F. It is 5.6. Now let's measure the distance of BF. It is again 5.6. It means the distance from F to the right and to the left is same. It means F is the midpoint of AB. So here we have got the midpoint, and if I join this midpoint from the opposite vertex, who is the opposite vertex here? C is the opposite vertex. So we have got the segment FC. So I can say FC or CF is the median of side AB. So here we have seen that we have got 3 medians in our triangle, and all the 3 medians, if you will see, all the 3 medians are passing from one single point. It means if all the 3 medians are passing from one single point, it means they are congruent. It is called congruent. If 2 or more than 2 lines are passing from one single point, then that one single point is called point of congruence. And point of congruence of median of a triangle is called centroid. It is called centroid. Okay, so it is a centroid, and centroid is denoted by G. Always remember, centroid is always denoted by G. As you can see here, this is centroid, which is denoted by G. So I hope everybody has got the concept of median. What is exactly the median? Now we will learn how to construct median. Okay, we have seen that if we will find the midpoint of the segment and if we will join it from the opposite vertex, then that segment would be the median. But the thing is that how will we find the midpoint? How will we find the midpoint of the side? So this midpoint, first we need to learn how to find the midpoint of the side of a triangle. So let's start constructing the median. So let's start constructing median of a triangle. I will first start with an acute angle triangle. So we will learn how to draw median of a triangle. So let's first draw a triangle. So here I am drawing a triangle. Here I have drawn a triangle. I will give it a name P, Q, R. I have to draw median of this triangle of all the three sides. So first I'll start with side QR. Okay. So to construct the median, first I need to find out midpoint. And to find the midpoint, what we need to do, I will use the compass. This is the compass, and to find the midpoint I will first take a particular distance more than half of the segment. I'll keep the pointer on R. I'll take the distance more than half of the segment and I will draw an arc here. You can see I have drawn an arc here. Now without changing this distance which I had taken, now I'll keep the pointer on Q and I'll draw another arc this side. So we have got two arcs here. Now after drawing an arc, we have got 2 points here. This is the first point, this is the second point we have got. What I will do, I will now keep the pointer here, take a particular distance and draw an arc up and down. And without changing this distance, now keep the pointer at this point and draw an arc up and down. Now down you can see these two arcs are intersecting, but on the upper side these two arcs are not intersecting. So again you keep the pointer here without disturbing the distance and extend this arc so that it will intersect. Now you can see these two arcs are intersecting. Mark these 2 points where they are intersecting. This is the first point and this is the second point. Okay. So what you need to do, you need to join these 2 points. You will join these 2 points. So here I have joined. I will join these 2 points. And this line is intersecting this segment at this point. At this point. I will give it a name A. So I can say A is the midpoint of QR. If A is the midpoint of QR, then the vertex opposite to QR is P. If I join this midpoint with the opposite vertex, I will join this midpoint A with the opposite vertex P. So I can say AP is the median of QR. So my first median is ready. Now I will draw median of side PR. So now I will find the midpoint of PR. And to find the midpoint, first I'll keep the pointer of the compass on R. I'll take the distance more than half of the segment and I'll draw an arc here. Now without disturbing this distance, now I'll keep the pointer on P and I'll draw another arc here. Okay, so here we have got 2 points, this point and this point. Okay, now I'll keep the pointer at this point. I'll draw an arc up and I'll draw an arc down. Okay, now without disturbing this distance, now I'll keep the pointer here. I'll draw an arc up and I'll draw an arc down. As you can see, this and this arc is not intersecting, so I'll keep the pointer again at this point and I'll extend this arc. So here you can see this point and this point, these 2 points. Okay, we have to join these 2 points. So I'll join these 2 points. So this segment is passing from this point. It is intersecting the segment PR at this point. So this would be the midpoint of segment PR. I'll give it a name B. Now if I join this midpoint from the opposite vertex, if I join B with Q, then I can say BQ is the median of PR. So here we have drawn 2 medians. Now let's come to the third side, side PQ. So now I will draw the median of side PQ. I'll first keep the pointer at P. I'll take more than half distance. I'll draw an arc. Without disturbing the distance, keep the pointer at Q. Draw an arc here. Okay. Now I have got 2 points, this point and this point. I'll keep the pointer now at this point, take distance. I have drawn an arc here, up and down. Now without disturbing this distance, keep the pointer at this point, draw an arc up and down. So you can see I have got 1 point here and 1 point here. Join these 2 points. So I'll join these 2 points. So this line is intersecting segment PQ at this point. So this point, I'll give it a name C. I can say C is the midpoint of side PQ. So now this midpoint I will join with the opposite vertex. The opposite vertex is R. So this midpoint C of PQ I am going to join with the opposite vertex R, and here I have done that. So you can see CR is the median of PQ. Okay, all the segments in green are the medians of a triangle, and if we will observe, median PA, median QB and median RC, all 3 are passing from one single point. This is the point from where all these 3 medians are passing. It means they are congruent. When 3 lines are passing from one single point, then that point is called point of congruence. And the point of congruence of medians is called centroid. Centroid. And centroid is denoted by G. G. So this point of congruence, the name I have given is point G. And this centroid is also having a special property. Let's understand what is that property. What is the specialty of this centroid? Let's see. So, understand this property of centroid, what exactly centroid does. Okay, so first I'll draw a triangle. So here I'm going to draw a triangle first. This is a triangle. Okay, then if I draw midpoint of side A B, so I'll get the midpoint D, and if I'll join it from the opposite vertex, this midpoint, if I join from the opposite vertex, this CD will be the median. Okay, then I will draw now the median of side BC. So first I'll find out the midpoint of BC, that is E, and now I'll join this midpoint E with the opposite vertex, that is A. So I have got median AE, and now I will draw median of side AC. So first let's find out midpoint of AC, it is F, and now I'll join this midpoint F with the opposite vertex, so we'll get BF, which is the median. And if we will observe, all these three medians are passing from one single point. Here you can see this single point, the point of congruence from where all the three medians of a triangle are passing. This point of congruence is called centroid. Okay, and what is the property of centroid? Let's check it out. So first let's measure. I'm going to first measure distance of AG. Length of AG is 7.3. Okay, it is 7.3. And now let's measure distance of GE. It is 3.7. Okay, so it is approximately twice of GE. Length of AG is approximately twice of length of GE. Approximately. I'm not saying exactly, because in our scale the distances are given in 1, 2, 3, 1.1, 1.2, 1.3. So if we will do half of 7.3, it would be 3.74. Okay, so 3.74 we cannot measure on our regular scale, so I am taking it approximately equal to 3.7. So if we will observe it, GE is a length of AG is approximately twice of length of GE. Okay, let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next median. Okay, now I will measure distance of F. Let's first mark its point of congruence. Here is G. Okay, now I will measure distance of FG, it is 2.6, and now I will measure distance of BG, it is 5.2. Okay, so here if you will see, length of BG is twice of FG. Okay, so you can see here the centroid G is dividing the median in the ratio 2:1. Whatever is the length of the one part of the median, the other part of the median is approximately or exactly equal to is twice of the first part. Okay, let's see the next one. If I take another median AE, here let's measure length of AG. It is 7.3. This we have already done. Now we will take median CD. So here let's measure CG. It is 6.8, and if we will measure GD, it is 3.4. Now students, you can see CG is twice of GD. 3.4 3.4 will give you 6.3. The double of the twice of 3.4 will be 6.8. So again you can see in all the three medians, the median, because of the centroid, has been divided into two parts. So the division is in such a manner that the medians are divided in the ratio 2:1. Okay, this is the property of centroid. Thank you.